What's going on, Internet? Welcome back to another episode of Nerdlocker, a place for your inner nerd. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Jasmine.
And this is episode 74.
This week we got some Iron Man 3 news, some Prometheus news, and some Doctor Who news. So,
let's get to it. All right, so we have some Iron Man 3 news. It looks like all the cast will be returning to their respective roles, which, I mean, kind of isn't a surprise. But where the surprise comes from is that Scarlett Johansson will be back as the Black Widow.
You might be excited about that.
Very.
But I'm not. But change the subject, though, a little bit. The director, Shane Black, did say that the rest of the Avengers cast won't be in it, which is going to be interesting.
I mean, this is cool because it's going to be the first movie after the Avengers. So we're going to get to see, them go from a team setting to an individual setting.
And going back into the individual setting.
So, I mean, after dealing with everything that's going to happen in the Avengers, I'm really excited to see how they do that. And that's why I'm really stoked on Scarlett Johansson coming back, because she's in the Avengers too. So how is she going to play into the life of Tony Stark outside of the Avengers?
Maybe that's what's going to serve as the transition between Avengers to just Iron Man.
That could be, I'm loving all this Marvel movie news. And I mean, I also just love that I get to see Scarlett Johansson in another movie as Black Widow.
As
she's awesome.
Black Widow.
Yeah, because she's awesome. And she has a great ass. She's a talented ass actress.
Ass doesn't make up for talent.
I know, because she's got talent and ass. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Brandon's stupid.
You're stupid.
So guys, we got some Doctor Who news for you. We finally figured out who the new companion will be.
It's going to be Jenna Louise Coleman, who is obviously going to be a little bit more known to British audiences, but she was in Captain America as one of the double dates, so big role for her.
Yeah, super big role for her. I am excited for a new companion, but I have to say I'm more excited for the other Doctor Who news. We got a little bit of insight on how the old companions will be making their exit.
It looks like it's going to be in episode 5, which is going to be revolving around Weeping Angels and how can you go out in a more epic way.
One of my favorite series is the Blink series. They scare the crap out of me.
What does concern me a little bit, though, is that Stephen Moffat said that not everyone is going to be making it out of this alive.
And he said that this time he means it. But we all know that Stephen Moffat is a bold-faced liar.
See, I think that he's saying this to make us worry about Rory, but I'm going to really hope that it's actually Amy who dies. And it's not because I don't like her. I actually think she's one of the best companions that the Doctor has had. But I think Rory is better. And come on, how many times does one person need to die? Give the guy a break.
And who knows, maybe we'll get the real name of the Doctor. Doubtful.
River Song knows it.
Hey, but maybe she'll share it. What do you guys think about the news? Tell us in the comments below.
So after that awesome full-length trailer of Prometheus, everyone's been buzzing just about everything going on. So a couple people have come out, said some things, kind of set the record straight. First off, Michael Fassbender has announced that his robot character is kind of the butler of the ship. I mean, he's going to be doing a lot of making sure everybody's taken care of and all that kind of stuff. But I see a lot more coming.
I'm excited by this because obviously in the first one, there was the android that flipped out and caused all the problems. And there was a second one with Bishop who went through a couple of the movies, but we were always kind of like, oh my God, is he going to flip out?
Yeah, you're waiting for it. You're like, oh,
he's got to be. And they play it off. Actually, he's the hero. So that's really cool. So now we don't know exactly
because this takes place before Alien, so the robots are still kind of.
And we saw that.
I mean, that's explained in the second one when Bishop says, "Oh, he's an earlier model."
And we saw the little short where they show the promo from the company of
the
android whatever
come,
selling it, and that was pretty cool.
So I mean, man, this trailer looks so good. I can't wait for this movie.
And I just love that part where Michael Fassbender, I don't know his character's name yet, throws up those probes and they go through the cave from the red.
It's gonna be great.
I love it. And then I'm not sure why this came out or why it's important.
Yeah,
maybe it's not. Maybe
it's very.
Charlize Theron, let it be known, she's the first person out of cryostasis.
So way to go.
Yeah,
cool. The other thing they said was that I guess there's a lot of things going around on the internet, so they're setting the record straight. Is that this movie isn't going to end where Alien begins. I mean, it's the same world, but they're making it very clear that there is going to be a long gap of time between the ending of Prometheus and the beginning of Alien, because they basically said there's a possibility for a franchise out of this.
Well, I think we talked about this. I think we kind of knew that, and maybe this is where the confusion that it's a prequel to Alien but it doesn't lead right into Alien, and that's why there's been a lot of
See, I
discussion from
never
Ridley
thought
Scott.
I never thought it was
No.
going to end and we'd see, a Sigourney Weaver cameo on the ship. You know what I mean? I didn't.
No, I think we all kind of knew that, but I think they're clarifying because maybe there's some people that were hoping Ripley would all of a sudden touch down or something.
Like,
I don't
oh,
understand.
she's here! But no,
Yeah, no, I don't think
I
we
got
ever
the
thought
idea that there was a big gap
Huge,
between.
yeah.
I mean, and like I said, they're still kind of not really saying the word alien when they talk about this movie, everybody who made it. But, I mean, when you see the space jockey in Alien, he's been there a long time.
Yeah.
And we've seen the contraption he's sitting in this movie brand new. So, I mean, I feel like we're going to get a good
Well, in the
amount of time.
world that we see them land on, looks terribly different than the world we see them land on in Alien.
Yeah.
So obviously a lot of time has passed and there's been some catastrophe or something going on. So my thought, we talked about this, is maybe in a sweet sequel, which I would love to see. Assuming this was
now
good.
we're talking about this. They said sequel. I'm like, yeah.
Maybe they go back to Earth and there's problems, because obviously that seems to be part of the thing, that they're afraid that this is going to get back to Earth. We have no idea. Maybe a rescue team comes to try and get them. We don't know. But I definitely agree, or we agree, that there's a lot of time between the movies.
I want to see more. I've seen the trailer. I just want to see more movies. Like Green Lantern 2 gets announced before Green Lantern 1's out. I want to hear like 4 Prometheus movies have been set.
I don't mind that at all.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
All right, Bobby, I know you're a huge fan of Fringe, as am I. We've got a little bit of news. Apparently, if this next season does not get picked up, if the show gets canceled, they're going to finish everything off in a very nice, neat one-shot comic.
I don't know. I don't think we can really get not excited but bummed out that the show could not be picked up again, because every single season Fringe has had a scare of not being picked up again. I think that it does scare me a little bit more that now they're discussing a comic.
Yeah.
So they obviously are a little scared themselves.
They're planning for the worst, kind of, so.
I think that Fringe would actually work as a comic. It's been a comic for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's kind of been like little side stories. But I think clearing it up, I think they'd have a little bit more opportunity than the show has.
I think you always have a bigger medium when you do comics, because you can do however much you want, really, and they can censor you sort of less, because less people are going to see it, obviously. I'd be okay with the comic if it came out. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the show end, but at the same time, if they want to end it on good terms in some way for fans at least, I'll take a comic.
I have to say that I think the biggest appeal for me going into Fringe when I first started watching it was that it was such a really great idea that did not come from a comic book. Yeah. And now it's kind of, it may just be turned into a comic book, so we're going to see that reverse side. It's going to be interesting.
I'm very excited. Let us know what you think in the comments below. It just came out that the next Robocop, Joel Kinnaman, pretty much confirmed what Jose Padilla, the director, has already said. They're going to go for more of a humane route. You're going to be able to see through Robocop's visor. They're still working on the outfit, but it's going to be more of a heartfelt movie.
I'm very indecisive when it comes to this, because I love the original Robocop movies.
I think we all love the original Robocop movies.
And this is a cool idea. It's a different take. And the problem, I see this either being like, man, did you see that new Robocop movie?
It was awesome.
Or, dude, I cannot believe I went and saw that new Robocop movie. Like, I love Robocop, but I love Robocop because it's a robot cop and guns are ablazing.
Exactly.
There's a little humor in there, and I'm afraid you're not going to get that with. You basically know you're not going to get that with this, but I don't know. I really feel like this could go either way.
I think they're going to try to make this movie make sense. In the 80s, you could just have an idea and make it happen, and everyone could jump in a pretend world. Now that we have as much science as we do in this day and age and technology, they're literally going to try to get you to
like
think.
you're gonna over science.
Yes, they're going
That's what you're
to
afraid
show
of.
you the whole process of making a RoboCop, blah blah blah, and it's going to have nothing to do with what it should have. Everything to do with it should just be criminals getting shot and blown up and saving citizens.
I am totally with you on that, but I don't know. I'm still swaying in between. I haven't really decided how I feel about it, because it is an interesting concept. It just has to be done right.
They should have never have done this.
I don't know. I think we're disagreeing. Are we disagreeing?
Is that new?
No, we always disagree.
Exactly.
But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Hey guys, Brandon here, and my pick this week is MLB 2K12. I bought this because I just couldn't wait for baseball season, which is next week, by the way, in case you were wondering. And I get to edit my own franchise, which means I can put Jesus Montero back on the Yankees, which is what I did.
Hey there, nerds. Jasmine here with my pick of the week. It is Cover Girls. It is a book of Gilliam March art, and it's beautiful. For those who don't know, Gilliam March is one of my favorite comic book artists. Right now, he's signed exclusively to DC, so he does a lot of Catwoman, Gotham City Sirens, Huntress, stuff like that. He draws women perfectly. Hands down, the best in the business, and it's because he used to draw dirty comics. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people joke and say that it takes forever because he draws everyone naked and someone else has to go and color and clothes on him. But his art's beautiful. He draws women perfectly. I love him. You should definitely pick up his hardcover. It's gorgeous. There's tons of stuff in it I've never seen. Check it out.
So I'm a huge fan of Simon Pegg, and as a result, I'm a huge fan of Nick Frost. So this weekend I decided I wanted to watch an older show from the both of them that I've been meaning to watch for a long time called Space. It was on Netflix, so I turned it on and I loved every bit of it. It has 2 seasons, but I don't want to make that my pick. I want to say Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are my pick because I extended my weekend with a whole bunch of other stuff. I watched Paul, I watched Attack the Block, and I even got a chance to watch Star Trek again, which of course, even though Simon Pegg has a small role on it, the movie is so great and visually it's amazing. So Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, watch everything you can from them.
All right, guys, Kevin here with my pick this week. It is 2 things, actually. 2 season premieres coming up. Sunday, April 1st, we got Game of Thrones. Brand new season is upon us, season number 2. It's based off of A Clash of Kings, if you guys have read the book. If you guys are already stoked on it as much as I am, you already know. It's going to be awesome. Second pick, Adventure Time. Season, I think it's 4 premiere. I think it's actually just the season picking back up. Anyways, it's still Adventure Time awesomeness. Fire Princess is coming back. Cannot wait. These are the 2 shows that I wish, or 2 pantheons that I wish would be made into a Skyrim type video game because they'd be so awesome. But check them both out. Game of Thrones, Season 2, and Adventure Time.
Hey guys, this is Haley, and if you remember a couple weeks ago, I was talking about how I was in pre-production for my short film, and for the last 2 weeks, that's all I've been doing. I've been basically under a rock, and when I'm stressed out, I like to watch reality TV, and was I lucky when I found that Queer Eye for the Straight Guy is on Netflix. I know a lot of people may judge me for that, but I love that show. They are hilarious. So it's on Netflix if you like the show. Go check it out.
All right, that's going to do it for episode 74. But until next week, be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as nerdlocker.com for all your nerdy news. I'm Jasmine.
And my name's Brandon, and you guys have a nerdy week.